Aries, what's going on? We're going to go ahead and jump straight into your July 2023 weekly reading here. This is going to be your reading from July 17th until the 23rd. The last week of Cancer season, pretty much. So, finally, that sun's coming out of your fourth house, Aries. We are using a different deck, by the way. Very interesting. I feel like this is the last week for you to... It's like the last week where I see you finishing things up, where there's been a big emphasis and focus around your foundation with your family life, your career life, home life. And I'll touch more on that, but that's just what's coming out right now. Interesting. Let's keep going. We'll keep going. Let's keep going. All right. Interesting. All right, outcome here, Six of Wands. Yep, I feel like this is going to be a successful week for you. I think things are going to go somewhat in your favor. Not to say that they weren't going in your favor before, but it just feels like, again, it's like the last week for you to almost like finish something up, or you're going to be noticing at least the shift, especially, like I said, when the sun comes out of Cancer and then goes into Leo. So let's jump into your reading here. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles for your overall energy. This is why I feel, let me just check and see if this mic is on. Mic, yeah, okay, yeah. This is what I'm talking about, like your home life, I'm even hearing career, but it's like your home, your stability, your foundation, your long-term goals here. You've been really building and having to focus on your foundation and making sure that everything is firm and steady with this Ten of Pentacles here for the overall energy. Some of you, this is pointing to a marriage here as well. I know that's not all of you, but I do feel like either it's a marriage or there's been some type of mergence between you and an individual. Like, for an example, it'd be like moving in together or combining your finances or whatever the case might be. If that's not you, then don't worry about that part. Take what resonates, throw out what doesn't. But the Ten of Pentacles being here for the overall energy of the week is good, especially with the Six of Wands and your outcome here. A lot of success here. Victory's on the way. You're moving toward victory. I just see your overall sense of confidence and happiness increasing, especially in the direction that you've been trying to go with things here. Because the Chariot, again, I love seeing this combination, by the way, the Chariot and the Six of Wands in a reading, because that does signify like great success. And I've really been feeling too, as well, as like you've been stepping outside of your comfort zone, to say. Because the Chariot being in your current energy, you're very ambitious, you're very goal-driven at this time. You're wanting to expand your horizons here. I've never known an Aries that doesn't want to do that. But the Chariot, there could be some focus here as well on a car. I know it's not all of you, but maybe even travels possibly. This is just the subcategories of the Chariot. But I would also say here with this Chariot, this is about you being driven and you wanting to have more for yourself. And this is a really good example I'm gonna bring up, because I'm trying to give you contrast here. Some people want quick readings. That's why I kind of go through the summary in the beginning, and then I really dive into the reading to help you navigate and understand where you're at. Because the Chariot with the Ten of Pentacles is, let's just say for an example, this is just an example. You're the first one to graduate in your family with a doctor's degree. Like, that's just an example. Or you're the first person in your family to become a millionaire. Or you're the first person in your family to make over $100,000 a year. Whatever the case might be. That's like Chariot, Ten of Pentacles energy. So where it's like you want to achieve great things. And that's your overall energy. Whether that's in love, career, anything, personal goals. Ace of Wands is in your challenge at this time. Right now, it's like you could be lacking a little bit of motivation, inspiration, just a little bit. I'm also getting here that there's love in your life with this Lover's card. And you may be wondering where you stand in a particular situation. I think things will keep going successfully. I think it's important to focus on your own independence and don't let like a relationship sort of take away like what you would usually do, because you're thinking about it too much or you're worrying about it. I think it's important to stay focused on your individual goals, and I feel like everything will fall into place. Others of you, this Lovers card is in regards to your purpose in life. Again, the Chariot, the Lovers, what you're striving to be, your the highest attainment of who you want to be, right? And so that Ace of Wands could be the challenge for you. What I'm getting at this time is, what is that called? That's called instant gratification. I think it's going to take a little bit of time, but I feel like, Aries, your foot all the way to the pedal, right? All the way to the ground. And I feel like you're making great strides here. There's things moving. Aries, though, I know you guys like to go a million miles per hour, but it's going to take some time to get there. But the Seven of Wands being here in your future, like, again, I just see you really goal objective, and especially about what you want with that Seven of Wands here. Queen of Swords is in the position of something that you're unaware of here. I would make sure that you're double checking things, making sure that you're clarifying things here, because we do have a Venus retrograde that will take place, I believe, the 23rd at the end of the week. I think it is the 23rd. I can't remember the date off the top of my head. But Venus is kind of slowing down, and it's in shadow. So it's definitely important to make sure that you're double checking things, understanding things. I also feel like right now it's like, you may be questioning whether or not you're heading in the right direction. I mean, if things have been looking good so far, I think they'll continuously still look good. So don't overthink is what I would say. And like I said, the Six of Wands here in the outcome does signify that you'll be successful in this endeavor. So let's keep going. Fifth house, creativity. Like I said, the sun will be coming into your fifth house, right? The sun was just in Cancer in your fourth house. The fourth house deals with the home, your personal life, the foundation of things, family. And also like your inner world. Like I think there's been a deep personal integration that you've been having to do with, sort of patching up your foundation in regards to certain things, right? We can always improve. And I think where you've been improving is definitely in regards to the foundation of things. So, but that sun's going to come into your fifth house and Leo. And so, expect creativity to be off the chart. Expect romance here as well with the Lovers. If you're really wanting to pursue romance, I feel like it's time to do so. And I just see you overall having a lot more fun with that fifth house. You have deep diver diving into a task here. Yeah, it's like with that Queen of Swords, it's like anything that you're doing, make sure that you're looking at the details of things here. That you're not just speeding through things, glancing over things. Usually this card is kind of like where we need to go a little bit deeper. We need to look a little bit more deeper into things. Kind of reminds me of Pisces. Pisces represents, the deepening of wisdom, or the deepening of awareness. And so, Saturn's in Pisces in your 12th house, right? And so the 12th house does a lot with the subconscious. The 12th house does a lot with everything that is abstract, that is non-tangible. So I almost get like there's been this strong self-redemption going on. And some of you, you've been keeping it to yourself, but I think momentum is really being built here for you. So let's clarify. For the ones that are wondering what deck I am using, this is Tarot of Dreams, I believe. I'm just trying to double check. Yeah, Tarot of Dreams, and then this deck right here is the Tarot Illuminati. And no, it has nothing to do with the Secret Society. So, this is actually my favorite deck ever. I've had this deck forever, and it's my favorite one. I love it. Two of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, overall energy here for the week. Yeah, I just feel like you're very detailed. You're going to be, I do feel like you're going to be very particular. And I mean, even if you think about the Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, it's a Mars and Virgo energy. I mean, The Two of Wands is Mars and Aries, but then the Ten of Pentacles is Mercury and Virgo. And Mars just came into Virgo. So it's almost like you're finding more efficient ways to do things. And I'm also feeling like you're finding a more practical approach, or you're going more of a practical approach toward things. Queen of Pentacles and the Chariot is your current energy. Yeah, again, you want to I feel like you're wanting to become more efficient because it's going to allow for more growth. And also I feel like you could even be seeking out relationships here, whether that's romantic, platonic, coworkers, business relationships. You're just ready in general to expand. Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands is your challenge. And it's interesting too, because the nodes are going to shift, right? The north node will come into Aries and the south node will come into Libra. And so I feel like what's going on is like there's this balance also here that you're going to be realizing at the end of the week, maybe, you know, toward the end of the week, that when it comes to relationships, it's like you're having to find ways to be more cooperative. I mean, you're a very independent sign, but you're having to find more ways to be cooperative, and you're also having to look at relationships to where there hasn't been cooperation, or possibly where you've been in codependent situations, right? And so there's like this learning, this understanding with the nodes changing to Libra and Aries, or Aries and Libra, that it's about independence, learning our own independence, while also at the same time understanding how to be cooperative, right? And finding that balance there without overextending ourselves or being stuck in codependent situations. Star card and the Seven of Wands here. I see you also very involved in your community with the Star card. It's very interesting as well because you're headed in the right direction, and you know it. And one thing that kind of tells you that you're heading in the right direction is like your intuitive, like the way you feel. Right, it's almost like you can tell when your vibe's off, you're feeling off. It's like you sort of know what to correct. But with the Star card and the Seven of Wands here in the future, I feel like you're very much so. You have a very strong reason why. You have a very clear direction forward and a clear path forward here about the things that you're striving to, like the ideal, like the bigger ideal. Like for an example, would be I want a mansion, or I want a Ferrari, or you know I want to live on the beach and just be alone. You know, that's kind of like the ideal that I'm like, that's an example of like what I mean by ideal. Judgment, Queen of Swords is in the position of something that you're unaware of here. Make sure that you're double checking things before you commit to things. Right. And I'm also getting, it's like making sure that things fall into alignment with your values. You have the Three of Wands and the Lovers for your advice here. I feel like it's really telling you to sort of do what it is that you love, right? Keep pursuing like what it is that you truly, truly like, and enjoy yourself along the way. And I think, you know, building and finding the right relationships will make life a lot more funner for you. The Hangman and the Six of Wands here. Yeah, I think it's through your faith and through your courage that you're seeing that you're a lot capable of more. And it's giving you a lot of pride and an increase in self-esteem, I would say. You have this Voyage card. Some of you may be coming into contact with a mentor, I would say this week. And, you know, mentors can kind of show up. You know, it doesn't always have to be in person. Sometimes you find somebody that you really resonate with. You know, maybe it's like a podcaster or whatever, somebody who has wisdom that is trying to teach, and you sort of, you know, vibing with it or resonating with it to the point to where it's like you know, I don't like to use the word, where you're just wanting to grow, and the person is giving you that sense of is giving you that knowledge to grow. Does that make sense? you have this freedom action that says horse here. So yeah, the North Node coming onto your placements in Aries, that's you're going to be very much so wanting freedom and independence and wanting to take action, and there's an increase in courage and bravery, and so yeah, you have strength, resourceful, and it says bear here. So this could just be a heads up. I feel with this, a warning. We're about to have a Venus retrograde, so I think it's a great time to be resourceful, to be a little bit more calculated with Venus things, relationships, money, finances, partnerships. So just be aware of that. But anyways, that's what I got for you, Aries. I'm going to leave your reading right here. I appreciate y'all so much. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you may want to do it now. I just discounted them as of today. So if you want to book a personal reading with me, that link is down below. I think I'm going to have it up for the rest of July. I'm only doing it right now because Venus is getting ready to retrograde. So, you might want to, extra preparation is always better than not having preparation. But anyways, if you want to book with me, that link's down below. And just go to the website, click it, and you're right there. Otherwise than that, I will see y'all later.